Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of the Level With You show. We appreciate you joining us this week. My name is Wiley Umstead. This is Tyler Hadley.
Hey, guys.
That is Brandon Secote.
I am Brapton.
And that is Anthony Duarte over there with his Pokemans.
My Caterpie just died.
Oh,
It's so hard to train.
Yeah.
I'm Anthony, and I'm Anthony Duarte, and I do art.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. Alrighty. Now, we like to begin the show with a little segment that...
Wiley, this is a little embarrassing.
What? Go ahead.
I actually think me and him got our seats switched.
What number did you get?
I'm actually B4.
Oh, I'm B5.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so
That's so
sorry.
embarrassing.
Oh, man.
No, that's fine.
Sorry,
God.
guys. It's my
Dang
problem.
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Who's in charge of this
That's-
show?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Enjoy
Gosh
enjoy
darn.
the game, though.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry.
Where is
sorry
the
about that.
professionalism?
I'm sure it happens all the time.
jeez.
All right. Now
Dude,
that we have that
we
sorted
gotta
out.
we gotta start all over. I'm sorry.
Starlight.
Gotta start over after that
Oh, I don't want this black.
ticket mix-up.
All right, so we begin the show with the segment that was originally the highlight of your week, but Anthony thought of a way better name, and it's called Friend Feels. It's where we
Oh.
get to catch up with each other, some things we might have missed in each other's lives during the past week, whether good or bad. So let's kick it on down the table. Tyler, why don't you start
Sponsored
us
by
off?
Sponsored
Sponsored by Disneyland. So you had a big week, Tyler, didn't you?
You're a big boy. You're an
Yeah,
adult.
I'm kind of becoming an adult. I've done a lot of house stuff. So I had an offer accepted on a house, and I'm gonna be moving in a few months. It's pretty exciting. It's my first house, and I can't wait to have all my friends over. It's
Yeah.
been pretty stressful, but I'm excited to take the leap into home ownership.
You're gonna have to watch me
And-
not take a leap into your hot tub when I get too drunk.
Are there gonna be kebabs?
There's gonna be kebabs. There's gonna be babes. There's gonna be fires, and there's gonna not inside the house, but
Only
yeah, I was
inside the
gonna
house.
say, arson
Um,
everywhere.
we're gonna
Burglary.
Project Z it.
All right,
What's that?
It's more intense than Project X.
Oh,
Project
uh-oh.
Zebra. Pet and zoo.
Zebras everywhere.
Patton Oswalt Zoo.
Anyway, that's super cool. Definitely want to check out that basement that you've got grand plans for.
Yeah, so maybe in a couple months we'll have a whole new studio. Who knows?
Maybe
we'll
so.
see.
Yeah, we'll just have to take this wall that you guys painted and
Move it
transfer
somewhere.
it
We're
somehow.
just gonna pick it up and move it
somewhere
someplace else.
Oh,
But
well,
don't get your hopes up. That's what my dad told me when I was little, so I lived
I
with a very
definitely like
low.
the blue and orange
Live it
color
low.
scheme.
Live it
We can
low.
stick with that.
I do like it.
Yeah,
No, I can't believe we're gonna leave all these cool sound things I hung up with a push pin.
I know.
Yeah, we
Tape
can-
it first and then push pins.
So much work.
Those
Class
are
comes
movable.
first. Sorry, ladies.
Sorry, Charlie.
We're classy guys.
Anthony, what's going on with you?
Oh boy, what did I do? This past weekend, our friend Eric graduated from college, so
Oh, yeah.
Whoop whoop.
yeah.
Congrats.
Worked for that piece of paper, and I went to a graduation party at his place, and that was cool. I don't remember most of my weekend. I think it was pretty good.
You guys got a little silly, I heard.
We are very silly. We had tubby time.
Oh,
We
my
got to
gosh.
play slip and flip.
Slip and flip
Oh,
was
man.
fun. I don't want to show my bro side too much. We did drink 2 kegs.
Oh my
That was
God,
stupid.
this
Two
is
kegs
so
in 2
stupid.
days.
That was dumb.
They
What
went.
size cakes?
Full.
Full.
Full, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, got a
That
good old
was
Rolling
insane.
Rock.
Yeah, they got Rolling Rock first, and then at like 9 p.m. at night, they went and got another keg. And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Well, if you finish the first at 9 p.m., you gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
It was originally supposed to be 230 racks of beer, and then just Eric's excuse was, I was there and I was drunk, so I might as well. And I couldn't blame him because I was pretty drunk too. And I was
What's
like,
a keg of Rolling Rock on you?
it's cheaper than actually most things. It's cheaper than Bud
Yeah,
Light,
I think it's around like
It was like 80 or
80,
90.
yeah.
yeah.
and then Bud Light's like 100. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Around here at least.
110 maybe.
Yeah.
There's a lot of beers in it.
And
in a keg.
Bud Light was
Yeah, I
way
think
worse.
there's-
Around like 160,
40, yeah,
146 pints maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was like
Somewhere
it was
around there.
between like 140, 165.
Yeah.
We looked it up.
A donk,
Yeah.
yeah, we had so much we had to look it up. It was literally a donk load of like glass bottles we could just fill up. I want to do that next time if we don't drink it all.
Just do
Empty
all
out
of it
into
at
glass
once.
bottles. Here you go, some for you, some for you. Oh yeah, not much. I started playing Pokemon again. So I'm replaying it with Brandon, and
Your story is
our friend
literally
Eric.
just gonna be the same as mine.
Yeah, it's just it's the same.
It's the same.
We even got the same colors. Except mine says Elizabeth because Lizzie tagged it when I worked at the hotel. But yeah, I chose Charmander. That was my starter.
I heard that you also chose Charmander.
Nope.
No?
Bulbasaur.
He lied. He's a dirty liar.
Okay.
I lied
died.
originally and told them both I was getting Squirtle, and then I gave them a curveball. Because if they both had Squirtle and I had Bulbasaur, slight advantage.
Yeah.
And then I chose Charmander.
What I
But then
remember
got
from
screwed over.
my days of Pokemon playing was that you get a big bonus with the grass attacks from Bulbasaur early on, especially against Brock, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
first gen, they didn't program it
Yeah.
right. So if you had top Bulbasaur Leech Seed at level 7, and then I think it was Absorb. Yeah, and then
level
Absorb.
11 or something.
Yeah, they didn't program it right, so you use Leech Seed and Absorb, and it would like instantly like half health or like 79% of the health is gone, and you get everything back because the game is just original Red and Blue are just
I
broken.
think I remember that.
Huh.
Leaf Green, doesn't Charmander learn Metal Claw, though?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
changed it up for like third gen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
By the time they remade it, so Charmander is a total advantage now.
Hmm.
When he
Right.
used to be such a struggle to get through.
Hmm.
I fell off way back on the Ruby Sapphire days, and
We'll get you hooked. Don't worry.
yeah, I have a feeling that it's inevitable at some point.
We're just gonna sit. You're gonna be sitting there, and we're just gonna keep talking about it. And it's gonna be like little pellets flying at your forehead. And you're like, all right, let me have it.
We'll
And
pop,
then-
we'll pop
we'll
you
give it
on
to you.
Soul Silver.
Oh, the best. You gotta.
Soul Silver.
Oh, or Heart Gold. I had that one.
The ones, that's the one with the little mons follow you around.
Yeah, the best one. I don't
Yeah.
know why they didn't continue with it.
Little Mons, is that following
Remember
you?
in like
you remember,
Yellow?
like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Pikachu
Yeah.
followed you.
Mhm.
Any
So,
Pokemon will
any
follow.
Pokemon.
You have a Ho-Oh following behind you.
Unless it's in a building, because then
Yeah.
it's too big, which I thought was a really nice little detail.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
You
Ho-Oh
can't just
flying
bring-
around a Pokezone. There's gonna be gusts everywhere.
That was
well,
my weekend.
That's pretty cool. I had a pretty uneventful week. Again, I think I need to start doing more exciting things because I honestly can't think of. I had a couple really nice meals at home. My girlfriend's definitely stepping up her cooking game.
Woo!
So I had some nice lentil soup the other night.
That's awesome. That
was
sounds
fun.
that's like a way better weekend. Fuck drinking. I'm done.
Dude,
And
I
I
felt
say until Friday
like
comes.
shit on
I know. I
Monday.
heard you.
I
Oh.
was supposed to be like start moving stuff into my 4-story mansion, and couldn't do it. My legs didn't work, and I just laid and slept. And my girlfriend played Sims because that's what girls do.
Her and Michelle are the same person. That's all they do is play Sims.
Is this a Sims 4 or?
Two.
Two.
Yeah.
Busting out.
Throwing it back. That's
Throwing
how
it back.
dedicated these females are.
Yeah, that retro shit.
You don't let them get together, they'll all just start playing Sims.
Yeah.
It's an infection.
They get their Sim cycles together.
The Sim virus. They sync up. Don't let. Before you know it, they're gonna have the green little diamond around their head, and you're gonna be like,
Oh,
"What's
yeah.
happening to you?" And they'll just be like,
You're using again.
"Frabadusho," and I can't understand you. Frabadish.
You've been simming.
Frabadish do fraudba.
But yeah,
Cool.
cool.
Watch out for that.
My default response when I don't have anything
Cool.
else to say.
Check.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, but it is getting a lot nicer out.
Fucking
I
cool,
mean,
dude.
around here, not so much, but it's getting nicer out. I do want to like start doing some hikes. I want to take a trip over
Hikes.
to
Yes, I was
like,
thinking that.
New Hampshire and do some hikes up there.
It's supposed to be like 70s all week, like
Finally,
high
it's been kind of
60s.
shitty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been like 55s.
it's either been really hot and muggy or it's been cold and rainy.
Yep,
Yeah, no in between here.
straight
Uh,
speed balling with that weather. But
I wanna
we
take my
should
kayaks out,
hit up
too.
some hikes, play some Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I got some eggs to hatch, son.
Same. Still haven't gotten to 10K.
I got a 10K in the works right now.
I'm brewing a 10K if you know what I'm saying.
What's that mean?
I got poops
Oh,
probably.
okay.
I drink a lot of coffee.
All right, we'll go on a break soon enough.
Oh, don't worry, it's not coming yet. You'll know. My face will go from 0 to 100, and so will my butthole, and then my legs.
All right. Thanks for the visual. All right. I think we're all caught up with
Cool.
our
No,
personal
I like
lives
physical
here.
copy,
We ready
not
to talk
digital
about
copy.
some video games?
Yeah, let's go. Nice to meet all
Which
you
one?
guys. I'm Tyler.
Yeah, it's really great. I'm having fun.
Thank you.
All right.
Cool.
So anybody have any super interesting things I've been playing lately.
I know you've been playing Wild Arms.
I have been playing Wild Arms.
I don't
yeah.
even know what Wild Arms is. Could you
So,
describe it?
Sure.
Oh, that's sad for you.
It's
I've
a
never played
PlayStation
it.
1 RPG. Came out, I think, in 1997. It was overshadowed at the time by another little game called Final Fantasy VII, which
Never heard of it.
What's that? I've never heard of Final Fantasy VII either.
It's from they actually Smash Bros. It's a prequel to Smash Brothers because the characters in Smash Brothers.
What's a video game?
It's like you ever see the
No.
Jungle Book?
It's
No.
like the bear.
Nothing like that.
Okay, continue.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Sorry guys, we got a lot of energy today.
All right,
I
yeah,
drink a coffee.
we're drinking coffee instead of beer, which is maybe why
Yeah,
we're a little
this
bit
is
more hyped up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm giving myself a week break, so
Yeah, I got to do it easy.
So, Wild Arms. It's a JRPG, top-down. Sort of looks like a really pretty SNES game with some 3D polygonal stuff in there, especially in the battle systems. But when you're not in battle, it's that top-down, Final Fantasy VI Chrono Trigger perspective.
Looks like a Link to the Past. Yeah, it looks like a really nice polished SNES game until you get into a battle.
Yeah. I was drawn to this game because Colin Moriarty of Kinda Funny and formerly IGN, well, now he's formerly of both, but he is a big fan of this game. I think he put it at his number 2 game of all time. So I saw it on a sale for $3 several months ago, and after I completed Nier, I was, well, what am I going to buy next? And I said, well, why don't you play one of the games that you own and have never played?
now did you say that out loud? Or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I need to have that mindset. It would save me a lot of money.
What should I do today?
Yeah.
Wiley's
It
Day.
gets lonely over
Wiley's
my
Day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so after I had that conversation with myself, I was like, which one? And then I went with Wild Arms because it's one that like a couple other JRPGs that get so much acclaim, I've tried to get into and haven't been able to. This was one, well, maybe this will finally be the one that I can, see from beginning to end. And so far, I'm really enjoying most parts of it. The combat is mostly a good time. I will say that going back to these random battles and these dungeons
It's a pain in the ass.
it's a pain in the ass.
We're too pampered now.
Yeah, I know it's required to level your characters up. I know it's totally part of the game, and I enjoy the boss fights especially, but when you're just kind of trying to figure out where to go next in a temple or a dungeon, whatever you want to call these areas, and you're constantly being bombarded by the dun, 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 music.
Great battle music.
It is good battle music, but after you hear it 100 times, you kind of...
it loses a little of its charm.
Yeah, a little bit of the oomph.
Yeah, but it was. I can agree with you when it's like you go from a nice serene, like you were saying, you're in a nice little serene dungeon, kind of walking around, enjoying yourself, and then all of a sudden it's just like, does it do the like? I forget. Does it do the ripple thing where it's like, or does it just like?
Yeah,
right
there's kind of
into
a
it?
loud sound effect. It's like, and then you're in the fight.
So it's like if you're sleeping and someone just goes, "Hey, wake up!" and it's like, "Oh God!" and then you're like, "Oh, what is this?"
At least it's not like Doom. I don't know if you played the new Doom.
Oh, I did.
You did?
I love
Okay.
it.
Yeah,
Random
great
battles?
game. Every time you enter a battle, just shredding metal.
That's awesome.
Just shredding.
Right.
Well, no lyrics, but
That's so sick.
Yeah, the soundtrack to Doom was pretty fucking sweet.
yeah, it got you amped to kill some shit.
Yeah. So what else can I say about Wild Arms? The story so far, it's definitely serviceable. Now I'm kind of getting into the real nitty-gritty of it. I've passed what is, I guess you'd call the opening few chapters, and it now seems like the main story is kicking off. I'm about level 17.
Nice.
I read on howlongtobeat.com that this takes...
That's a website?
Yeah, it's a website.
Oh,
it seems
wow.
like a pretty cool one, too.
I'll have to check that out.
It's taken most people around 31 hours, and I think I just hit the 8-hour mark, and I'm moving along pretty briskly.
Take a big chunk of it.
So I think it shouldn't take me longer than that. But so yeah, it's been fun going back. I'm kind of playing it as a student in some ways.
That's
you
cool.
know, just trying to learn more about a genre that I have some experience in, but would like to know more about.
Mhm. How did you feel about the way that the game is set up in the beginning? How you can choose from the 3 people and it's 3 different stories and chapters.
I thought that was
And
really cool.
I thought that was pretty neat, and it's something they've continued to with the series. Because I know I haven't played 2, which I really want to try. But I played starting with 3 back in 2004 when it was for PlayStation 2. When it just made the jump. I remember it was at Blockbuster and I saw the cover art. And I'm just a sucker for anything like sort of anime or Japanese, and I'm like.
I remember seeing my friend play way back in the day, and I was like, this looks like Pokemon. It was very briefly. We weren't friends very long. He died, actually. So.
Melvin O'Houlihan.
No, I'm just kidding. He didn't die. Gotcha.
It's cool that they bang bang. Woo! That they put they continue that tradition. Like in 3, you start off the same way. It gives you like a little opening, but then there's 4 like people in your party, which are the only 4 I think you get. But you have the same thing. It like starts, but it ranks by difficulty. So it's like 1 to 4 stars in difficulty, which isn't too bad. But you play through each of their intros, and then they all end up meeting at the end, and then the real game starts.
Cool.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to be the case. I'm like, am I just going to be playing as separate people the entire game, kind of like GTA 5 or something like that?
Yeah.
So I was actually, at the beginning, I had 3 different save files because I didn't realize that they were all going to be.
That's good. You're smart, though. I would have just been like, I don't know, like hoping, because way back then, nothing really was how you thought it was. That was kind of the magic of it. Didn't really convene, so you're like, well, I better be safe, and just. Now you're just like, oh, whatever, everything's gonna... Like GTA, everybody meets up at one point, you can change, but I did like that they continued with that, and then...
Someone needs to let me borrow that.
Wild
GTA?
Arms?
What? No, GTA 5.
You still haven't played it?
No.
That's crazy, man.
I know you have it for Xbox
like
One,
this-
and
I
you
do.
never touch your Xbox
That's
One
still
anymore,
a
so
game
you
of
should
the
let me
century.
play.
Yeah, you can play.
Really?
It'll be a gift for when you finish moving. So you can focus on that.
Yeah.
Better get those amiibos going.
Dude, I bought shelves yesterday. I'm ready.
That's awesome. Can't wait to see
I
them
got
on
7
full
5-foot shelves. I don't know if it's gonna fit them all, but I might have to get more. Honestly,
Ooh, such a problem.
I did the math out, and I think I might be 2 shelves shy. So.
How was it carrying 120 amiibos down the stairs?
All at once. It's just got like
I got half of them down,
Grow
and then
arms
I
like
said
Lanky
I'll
Kong.
do the rest tomorrow because it's a lot. I mean, I have boxes that have some of them have like I haven't even opened like 80% of the boxes that got shipped to me. So
Christmas every
watch
day.
me open them, and they're just all wrong. There's all peach amiibos. You motherfuckers!
You
What
haven't even
did you
looked at a
call?
bunch of your amiibos before?
I mean, I used to slice them open and just like, all right, they're in there.
The
Tape
goods
it
are
back
here.
shut because I didn't have room to like just have them out, and I didn't want them to collect dust. So I just put them in the closet. But
Oh my God.
then eventually I'm at the point now where I looked at the new Fire Emblem ones though.
Oh, those are
And
sick.
those are really, really, really nice looking.
I'll play that.
You guys get a chance to play the newest Fire Emblem?
I want to. I
I
have not
have
yet.
it. I haven't gotten a
You
chance
have the
to
new
play
one?
it. Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Again, it's been a busy weekend.
Yeah,
I haven't had time for much.
I'll trade you.
Any
For
updates
what?
on
GTA 5.
Oh, to play?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you like Kiss or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, shit.
So no updates on Prey?
Prey, no. I played for probably another like half an hour before I had to go and hang out with all these fools for the weekend.
Took him away. Sorry.
But not much.
All right, well.
Back
that's
on
cool.
Pokemon.
Yeah, got my.
And
We relapsed pretty hard into Pokemon.
yeah, it's because Eric wanted to start playing. Our friend Eric.
It's so much more fun when you have like a
And,
group of people playing.
Yeah. So I named my.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I started playing the new one, and nobody ever finished it.
Hey, I'm sorry, I have ADD. I take medicine.
I
for that.
finished it.
I did not.
No one else did.
I wanted to raise my Electabuzz, and you guys didn't want to wait, and I was stuck in the rock part. I don't even
What?
know how far I am. I think I'm like halfway through.
This is,
You are
excellent, or
lucky
no?
if you're
What are the
halfway
new ones
through.
called?
Sun and Moon.
Sun and Moon,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
See, I
really
don't remember
cool.
anymore.
It's very unconventional, which was cool, but I was just like, I don't want the bad.
Straight
news.
aloha.
Yeah, brah.
Mhm.
Hang
But
time.
yeah, it was a fun game.
But Pokemon and
It was fun.
JRPGs in that same range. What do you guys like? What's your opinion on them? Like Wiley, I know going back to this, like how do you feel? Like have you been a big like turn-based RPG, JRPG, Western RPG guy?
I mean, I definitely, over the past few years, have gravitated towards Western RPGs.
Mhm.
I think that started with Fallout 3 for me. That was the one that really made me a huge fan and really delve into the systems of it and kind of become, see everything I could see in the game. and I have played some Japanese RPGs. I mean, of course, going back to Pokemon is what I started on. I think most people around our age began with.
Oh yeah, the
so-
slippery slope.
Yeah, so I played a lot of RPGs on my Game Boy Advance.
Yep.
Like I played Dragon Warrior Monsters.
Yeah, that game is sick. I
Nice.
love Dragon Warrior Monsters. I
Yeah.
have both of them for 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, one I think, besides maybe Pokemon Yellow, was my most played game as a child.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it.
That's so
and
sick.
then I played like Golden Sun.
Good, great game.
And
Is Golden Sun the one where it has the cartridge with the solar
No, that's
rays on
Boktai.
it?
Boktai,
Oh
the
my
sun's
God,
in your hand.
that game was
you had
awesome.
to go out. It was made by Hideo Kojima too, the guy that
Oh,
made
really?
Metal Gear
Oh,
Solid.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was his first endeavor and like that. And then they made a second one, and then they made like a sequel kind of called Solar Knights for the DS back in like 2006, I think, 2005, 2006. It was 2005, but it was cool because you didn't have to be outside, and they incorporated
Yeah.
both sides of the game into a DS card. It was awesome.
Huh.
I recommend it. It's really cool. It's like an action RPG.
And you have to. And it's solar powered.
Yeah, the Game Boy one is. You have to be outside.
It's
and
pretty
like,
wild.
That's.
There's like
What?
yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure that game like got me outside for
Go
when I was
green or
younger.
go home.
Yeah, when you
So-
couldn't even see
so-
the screen because the glare, you're
Yeah,
just like,
I know.
oh, God, no, I'm gonna. Oh,
I
what?
need to get both worm lights going.
Yeah. And then I have that magnifying glass adapter for my Game Boy, and then just
Oh,
fries the
yeah.
whole system.
No wonder you can see so good now.
Oh, there's all those pixels going.
But yeah, it's a really cool game. There were like certain parts of it where if you were in sunlight, you got like power ups and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah,
you
there was
had,
like a drop of sun, I think, on the grid because it was all like
Yeah.
tactile grid based. So if
Right,
you
it was,
like
like-
move to a grid, you could just like hold your gun up.
Yep. Or like if you were in the sun, there was like an area that you could go to, and it would heal your health back up. And
That's awesome.
But then you were like at a huge disadvantage when you weren't in the sun.
Yeah, so go outside.
I do not go to the sun.
So you're a big fan of JRPGs, though.
Oh, I
right?
have a problem. I love them. They're just. I think I started with when I was little. Started with Pokemon, and then just from there, I just lost a huge sucker for anime and manga and anything with like big cute eyes.
So give me a few of your favorites from the past few years. Or,
Let's see.
you know.
Recently, I was a big fan of actually the Tales series. Tales of Vesperia was amazing for the Xbox 360 when that came out. That was really awesome. I liked that. The art style I thought was amazing. The cell shading was really good.
Mhm.
The combat was really cool. It was a fun, like it was a turn-based battle system almost, but it was like turn-based freeform action because you could like hold a button. Like you were set on a grid, so it was horizontal, and you had like 4 characters your party, and then whoever the enemies were, and you'd move horizontally on a grid like back or forth, or you could hold the left trigger and you could just be like, "Oh, see," and like walk around, and then like just go back to that horizontal plane.
Was it like tactics, like Final Fantasy
No,
Tactics?
it's like real time.
Oh,
So
okay.
you just like do it, and then you have your skills mapped to it's like up A, down A, left A, right A, and it was really cool. I recommend checking out the series if you aren't familiar
I
with it.
played. I want to say Symphonia.
Yep, yeah, that was a big one for. I rented that from Blockbuster. It was the first time I played it for GameCube.
Mhm.
That's a really good game. They just remastered them too for Nope, not GameCube. They remastered a GameCube game for GameCube. that's I don't know what they're doing.
Double Q.
Tech 2 on
Is it-
top.
Is it on Steam? Is that?
Oh yeah, it was on Steam too. And then they for PS3, that's what it was. PS3 they re-released that one, and they released one for Wii that was a sequel that flopped, but they re-released it with the one for PS3 when it came out.
So
that's
there was another Tales game that was released the end of last year for PS4.
oh yeah, that's it's like Bristida or something. I don't know. I don't remember the name.
B, I think it's a B.
Is that the one with like all white and it's got like the pink and black lettering with the chick's face on it?
I don't know. I remember hearing. Again, I'll
Something-
reference Colin Moriarty. He was playing it towards the end of last year during the end of his.
They changed it up. I
Kinda
bought
funny
one of the
tenure.
newer ones on Steam when it was on sale. And first thing that threw me off, I was expecting to play it with a controller. It didn't have any controller support, so I was like, well, I've got to be a big boy and play with keyboard and mouse, I guess. So I started that, and they changed up the battle system a little bit. It's weird. Not weird, but it's just a little different. I don't like change. But it was still pretty fun
So
for the
you
most
did
part.
not vote for Obama.
No, I did not. Well, actually, no, I don't even know if I voted. I slept through this election, which is bad.
I don't think you voted. I think every year you
Everybody
vote.
roast him.
I don't know. The spice too hot. But yeah, there's Obama RPG,
It's a good one.
the Republicans Tactics Convention. No, I remember
I
I got
play an
Revenge
Obama
of the
RPG.
Clintons.
Clinton Strikes Back, Clinton Fantasy 7, Bill Edition. I got really into Final Fantasy Tactics on the Game Boy Advance one vacation when I was bored out of my mind. My family, we stayed at this hotel in New Hampshire that was right down the street from a GameStop. And I didn't have a car because I was so like younger, but I could walk. So I convinced my mom to give me like $20.
After you were out of the chair.
Out of the chair. I had my legs working. Well, I'm not too well, but they're all right. I walked to GameStop and I'd be like for like hours. I was like, I don't know, if I'm on vacation, I can just hang out in GameStop. I bought Tactics. That's where I bought Golden Sun for the first time too. I started with Golden Sun 2 because I didn't know there was a one time.
Well.
I was a dumb little kid. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense, but I thought it was awesome. And then I got Tactics, and Tactics was fun, but I'm not a big Tactics RPG guy. But recently, Persona, obviously.
Still plugging along with Persona 5?
I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I haven't touched it in a little while.
I haven't either.
I have a big problem
I've
with
thought
games.
about it many times, but I have not touched it.
I looked at
I'm
it.
like, I should play Persona again, but no.
Just like reading a book, I'm like, I'll get to it
Done
later.
that with so many games, but I finally did get back on Zelda. On that grind again for a few days, just sitting there doing nothing else but playing and exploring.
My friend Zach's working all the shrines.
Yeah,
He got all of them?
Or she did.
His
Well,
girlfriend.
You would not expect it either from her.
Yeah. She's actually like a crazy good gamer. She's like, oh, play The Last of Us, play this. Like, all these games are incredible. I'm like, I didn't even know you played other things than The Sims.
All girls play Sims. That's just an assumption.
That's just how it goes. Every girl I have ever been with, they're like, oh, I love video games. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, we're gonna get along. Like, where's your computer? Like, for what?
What, are you a PC gamer? No, you got Steam? Steam.
What do you do? Overwatch? What are you doing on there? TF2? I do Sims. Sims 2, or I like the Pets one.
I thought they got rid of the Microsoft
I play Where in
servers.
Time as Carmen Sandiego.
That's a great game. Don't joke. That's a good game.
Can't discount Animal Crossing. 'Cause they like that too.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, they love it.
that's just for when they're on the go.
No,
Keep them moving, keep them entertained. That's what my dad always said.
Yeah, I got my girlfriend a 3DS for her birthday, Christmas, one of those. Got her Animal Crossing.
That was like that one time they were all over Anthony's house.
Yeah, for Friendsgiving.
And my girlfriend went nuts. She's like, "What is this game?"
Yeah, I gave her my
I want
copy.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was in the before time, Wiley. This was right before we kissed
in
for
the
the first
long
time.
ago.
You and I.
Oh man. It's been
It's
a
so
while.
true.
You got to come to Friendsgiving this year, though. I want to do a half Christmas this
I'll
year.
be there.
Dude, yeah,
We've
let
been
me know.
talking about it. We haven't done one.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Since I first met you.
Oh, it's coming up.
It's coming up. But yeah, I want to do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So Brandon plugging away with Zelda. Good to hear.
Yep. Almost to 100 shrines. Almost to 100 clerics.
Correct seeds.
I don't know why anybody bothers with those.
Pretty close to there. What else I play? I got a bunch of new SNES games, random ones that I haven't touched yet.
How nice that you have a nice library. then,
So
man.
I want to do something, maybe on a Let's Play or whatever, but just like a random Throwback Thursday game. Find like the worst game we can get. For an example, I ordered Lethal Weapon for the SNES.
That's going to be a great game. I don't know what you're talking
I can't
about.
imagine that's a great game, but I got it for $4.
What would you do if you popped it in and you turned it on and it was actually that? What's that one with Chris? No, it's the guy Jackie Chan and that other guy.
Oh,
The other funny man.
That would be a great
Rush
game.
Hour.
Rush
Yeah,
Hour.
you popped it in,
If
just
they
Rush Hour
made a
again.
Rush Hour game, I would pre-order the deluxe edition for that
Collectors.
ASAP.
It comes with all DVDs of the movies.
Yes.
One package.
Yeah, but what else did I get? I got the Tick, which was actually a pretty good game. I got the Mickey Mouse game.
The Castle of Illusion.
Yes, I got a game that maybe we would want to try to beat. The Lion King.
Oh, sweet.
gosh.
A very, very hard game.
That's what I've heard.
For no reason.
Like, unbearably hard. But I've never beaten it, and I'd like to beat it.
Yeah, that'd
You
be
know,
a good one.
Aladdin.
Let's do a whole Disney series.
Yeah,
man.
I got the Jungle Book.
And
I got Aladdin.
We got that Disney Afternoon Collection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh my
right.
God, I couldn't.
I deleted it from my PS4. I'm sorry.
Why?
It was taking up space, and I had to download Star Ocean.
That probably was 300
I know.
megabytes.
Yeah.
Well, that's like 300 more than I could have for my battle
Yeah,
trophies.
I was gonna say games back then they took up nothing.
Well, all this
That's
cool
like
padding now.
That's like a picture on your iPhone.
Yeah.
Picture's a picture. 1,000 words. It could be 1,000 megabytes. Who knows?
Yeah.
Picture's worth 1,000 megabytes.
There are so many games for SNES that are just impossible.
Yeah.
Did you get Maui Mallard?
No.
What is
Oh,
that?
that's like Darkwing. It's not like Darkwing Duck. It's like
I almost
It's
got it.
off-brand.
I didn't know what it was. I
it's
saw
cool.
it.
It's like a platformer that's like
It's
you
funny
like
because
Donald
it
Duck
came
and,
up when I looked up Darkwing Duck.
Yep, yeah, it's like along the same vein, but no, it doesn't reference. It's not like Donald Duck or any known Disney character. It's a random duck guy who's just like, I'm a ninja now.
I'm a ninja now.
He watches you play through him watching the first episode of Naruto, and he just goes crazy. He loves it. Can't get enough.
Nice. Yeah. So I
He
think
says, believe it.
I think we should do some throwback Thursday Disney gameplays. I think that would be fun.
All right.
That
Let's
would be
make it
pretty
happen.
tight.
Let's make it happen.
make
Alright?
it a
So
reality.
that wrap up what you guys have been playing. You want to add anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I've just been playing
Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah, of course.
Naturally.
I've been so close to buying it for PS4.
It's on
It's on a free
sale.
free-
Or,
I think-
discounted now.
Yeah, it's $38.99, $39.99.
For clubs able to use
I'm this close.
yeah, I think this past weekend was a free weekend,
Yeah.
and now it's discounted for the anniversary edition.
Hmm.
I was really sad I didn't. I like hanging out with people and being a person. I'm also really sad I didn't do anything. Like, did not do anything this weekend.
Yeah, no, I had a great time this weekend,
But fuck you guys.
but I was like, fuck, I'm not going to have anything to talk about video games wise because I had to go
Yeah,
be
I
a
know.
human. But, you know, my friend Eric graduated, and Colin, shout out.
Great job.
So, I mean, we'll get some more. We got to get some more gameplays going.
Speaking of more, what is that guy you used to call? Who's Colin Moriarty? Teach me.
Oh,
Used to be on Kind of Funny.
So he
and-
worked at IGN for years.
Oh yeah, the bye bye guy.
He was the
No, it doesn't
PlayStation editor, host of, or not host, but on the podcast Beyond for many years, and then he founded Kind of Funny with Greg Miller.
Mhm. And you were saying his like favorite game or something like that.
Oh yeah,
earlier?
he
Was
had,
that-
there was like a big feature that IGN did a couple years ago where all the different editors put their top 10 or top 25. I think they got to decide how many games on their list, and I think he put Wild Arms at 2. So
Ooh.
that's what.
I think Wild Arms was on the top 20 thing too, and we counted down like from that. We didn't count down. I want to do that. I think that'd be cool.
Did you get
I don't
it
know if
off
people
the
are doing that.
PlayStation?
Yeah, I think I got it. Like it's $5.99 all the time. So,
Oh.
but I think I got it on sale for like $3 a
It was
while
on
back.
PS4 or PS3. You got it.
3.
Oh okay.
My,
Yeah.
my PS3 is so stacked with great games. Like
Oh,
it's a
so
500
jealous.
gigabyte PS3, and games took about half as much as they do now, maybe a little less. So I've got like 65 PS3 games digitally on there, like 10 or 11 PS1 classics and like 5 PS2 classics, all just right on the PS3. So
I have to go back and check because I know the PS3 is loaded with like PS2 games on PS3.
what, Brendan?
Can you still buy games on the PS3?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I did not know that. Somebody told me you couldn't.
No,
What?
no,
Yeah.
No, it's probably dumb
No, I-
lanky. Yeah, we don't.
No, you totally can.
Yeah.
I have a feeling you'll be able to for years to come.
Oh,
I
I'm
hope.
wicked gonna do
Yeah,
that
I mean,
then.
like, I heard I think we got at least until 2021. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because they're still coming out with free PS Plus
Games.
games for it, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Persona
No.
4 came out for PS3. I didn't even know that.
yeah. So I will be
Alright.
bummed if I
Or
cannot
5.
Yeah.
play
I'm
those
def-
games someday. So anyway, so
One-
I just wanted to finish the gaming topics with I wrapped up Nier Automata finally.
Mhm.
So I finished the third playthrough. I got the final ending. I know there are more endings, and apparently there is even another true ending that I did not
Jesus.
get. But this is the end of all the gameplay that's in the game, and I will say I was a little bit down on the opening of the third playthrough last week. It really picks up from there, and it ends on a very high note. Gets into some really crazy shit as far as the story getting all Metal Gear on you.
Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, no, in a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way, because it just really gets... you finally get the emotional connection with these characters that I had heard that would eventually develop, especially with...
Only took 3 playthroughs, but
There's this
it's
one
there.
robot named Pascal who begins the game as a pacifist, and just sort of seeing his arc is really special and heartbreaking at the end.
I think I know what happens.
No. I don't want to, like... That's not a spoiler, because it's the way that it happens is much more important than the fact that something goes down. But anyway, so very cool final moments of the game. Very trippy. I will say that there's this hacking mini game that pretty much turns the game into Geometry Wars for a few seconds at a time.
That game is wild.
Yeah. So, and that gets way overused.
Oh no.
But once you get through the annoyance of that, it really was quite an experience, despite its occasional ups and downs. So, just wanted to put a little bookend on my Nier Automata talk.
That's cool. Your
Nice.
character arc for the podcast, at least the first part of it, was finishing Nier Automata. That's really nice to see. Now I have a little more understanding for Nier Automata, like the character arc, and I saw your character arc finally fulfilled today.
Okay, well, cool.
No,
Yeah,
I like it. It's good.
You look a little more upbeat. You look healthy.
Mm.
Everything's just looking good right now for you.
Now you got New Game Plus though, so you gotta watch out.
Well, like...
You gotta
I
deal with
don't
us
know.
now.
I'm done with it for a while.
Near
I
Game
think.
Plus.
Nier Game
It's
Plus.
good. It's good.
That's cool.
Nice.
I definitely want to try it out or borrow it from you.
Yeah, you can borrow it. I'll
That'd
bring
be
it next
awesome.
week.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
I got a present.
All right, guys. We'll be back shortly to discuss some news and maybe some other stuff.
Maybe.
When we come back,
Don't get
Jennifer
your hopes
Lawrence.
up.
I feel like it.
Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of episode 4 of the Level With You show. This segment we are now renaming Cruisin' for a Newsin'. It's where we discuss the topics of video game news that tickled our fancy this week. And first and foremost, what we are going to talk about is Far Cry 5.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. So we got a bunch of new details for this, a couple trailers.
Yeah.
Learned all about the setting, which is going to be the fictitious county of Hope in Montana, the United States.
Good old South.
Run by Mr. Seed, and he is apparently not too kind of a fella, more of a cult leader who is forcing people into salvation.
Mhm.
Which, if you've seen the trailer, it looks pretty intimidating.
Pretty
you know.
painful.
Yeah, it's like, all right, let's go, lady. I'm dragging you into this. You put your head in the pond, and now you're clean.
That's how my baptism went.
But the game looks great from what I've seen.
Yeah, it definitely looks
I mean,
beautiful, as Far Cry often does.
and Montana. Montana's a beautiful place.
Yeah,
I have 3 and I haven't touched it since it was on Steam sale like 2 years ago.
Three's great.
3 is really good.
Three's
That was
great.
actually my introduction to the series. I wish I had played 2 because I hear many things about how that was sort of the... there's a lot of systems in that game, like you can get malaria,
Yeah.
your guns jam on you. It's a lot more feeling more of a grounded human being than the sort of
Overpowered
Arnold
badass.
Schwarzenegger
Yeah, the superhuman.
bro from Far Cry 3.
Look at my sick tats.
But it was still a really good game. But I do think that by the time Far Cry 4 and Far Cry Primal came out, that the formula is getting a little bit stale. I know that they're excellent games that have lots to do, memorable characters, memorable drug sequences. I think they pretty much all feature that.
Still a lot of fun, though.
Oh, totally. I think
very
they're
fun games.
Definitely think they're fun for sure. At 4, I didn't like as much as 3, although I've heard that many people.
Yeah. Well,
Like it
yeah,
as much.
3 was far better than 4.
No. And did you play Primal at all?
Yeah, I played probably 8 hours worth of it.
About
Which
same here.
it was something. I don't know.
I
I'm
thought
not
it was
a
pretty
fan.
cool.
I mean, it was. You can't spear people in the heads that easily.
There was a lot of spearing people in the head. That's
Like,
true.
it was just headshot. Like, no one's this good.
Where you could get those spears from?
You make them.
You just find wood
Yeah.
and then you just craft them.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Like, it was definitely a fun game. I got it on Black Friday for like $25.
Yeah.
Same with 4.
Yeah, I think I rented it from Redbox and I played it for a few days and I liked it, but I was like, I'm just gonna go back to this when I can pick it up for $15.
This
someday.
isn't a buy title right
Yeah.
now.
I'm definitely gonna buy 5.
5 looks cool. So let's talk about the setting of Montana. What do we? What
Dry
country folk.
crops.
country folk?
Country
Yeah.
folk, beautiful scenery. I don't know if that's a heavy spot for like religion. You know?
I would think so. I mean,
I mean,
I think they're gravitating towards what we're seeing happening in our modern society, our
Yeah.
country, our politics. A lot of white nationalism, people, trying to mold their own identity when they feel like their government has forgotten them.
It's gonna be when
Yeah,
Trump gets elected a
gotta-
second time. It's gonna
gotta
be real life.
Bring that church back in the state. You know.
Yeah. So I
Have they
think
said like how big the map's gonna be, or is it gonna be like the same size as the other games?
I think
imagine
it'll
it would be bigger. Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they needed to. They were pretty damn huge to begin
Yeah.
with, but
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be pretty big.
I like how that's a big thing when new games come out. They're like, all right, well the map is this big, and it's like, yeah, I keep
It's,
playing.
it's
I'm like,
usually
"Huh?"
bigger.
yeah. Usually, it's now to
I'm
the point where it's
sorry.
like I don't really want it any bigger than GTA.
This never happens.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think so far word of mouth seems to be pretty positive about it. People seem to like the Montana setting. People think that it's got potential, and then I've got to agree.
Yeah. When's the release?
February. I
next
thought it was
year.
going to be fall, but I guess not. So
Yeah.
Red Dead, I guess we'll probably get shortly thereafter. Apparently that's spring.
That also got pushed back.
Yeah, that got
Yeah,
pushed back.
that's right.
Yeah.
I feel like they release games with like kind of familiar settings a lot of the time, like within the same period of time, like Red Dead, like Old Western, or like South-ish, and
I mean-
Mexico. Like this is going to be in the southern. Like I guess I'm taking it.
The
gonna be
thing
the
is,
southern
I
part.
think they
West.
normally
West.
aim for holidays, but probably miss a lot of the time.
Oh no, I meant like the settings in game. So like Red Dead's kind of like the
okay.
in-game setting, like the setting of Far Cry 5
Yeah.
in-game.
I
Where-
think they
where's
come in
Red Dead?
waves. Like, somewhere in Texas. I think he's just like talking about the sort of Western feel to it,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
though Far Cry is modern day and Red Dead's, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
But I think that's definitely true. There's like an ebb and flow of what type of settings are popular. Like right now, we're getting all types of sci-fi games, and we haven't seen too many fantasy RPGs,
Yeah.
save for The Witcher 3.
Mhm.
So maybe those are gonna kind of return with whatever the next Elder Scrolls is or something else.
So
But
shows, you got Westworld on HBO. You know.
yeah,
I haven't seen that. Is that any good?
It's good.
It's a really great show.
Wackadoo.
I saw part of Into the Badlands, and that was pretty cool. That was like that's southern as well. That's like a good plantation. He's got this main character, some Asian guy in a red jumpsuit. He's got a katana.
Yeah, I mean Stardew Valley. I mean,
There's all the
I've-
farms,
I have a
all the crops.
plantation.
You got all the fixins. There's grass. There's hose. There's trowels, trousers.
So sci-fi and the West and farming, totally in right now. Okay.
Totally hip.
Hit up Oshkosh Bagosh. Get those discount overalls. We're talking blowout. You better be ready, because I know I am.
Oh yeah.
So going back to Far Cry, I wonder if they're going to be able to innovate in any sort of significant way to the sort of basic formula for the series, because
I hope so.
I was wondering about that too.
yeah, I mean, like, it's fun taking out outposts and climbing these towers, but I don't think they can make another
Oh,
game.
Assassin's Creed, good job.
Yeah, like they
Or
need to think of
Breath of
something
the
new.
Wild.
Good job.
Well, Breath of the Wild, that's an exception, I think.
I thought the
I
same
mean-
thing though.
I
I was
mean,
like, oh, six Assassin's
it's
Creed is
still,
just
like,
a zoom out, and it's like
Upload the map, like.
keys on
I mean,
it.
I honestly like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's something
It worked
well.
fun about
There's-
checking things off the list.
Yeah.
and-
Plus, just getting that view, getting the view of that game, like I don't know.
But if they were just, organic towers that didn't necessarily
Or had an
unlock
elevator
shit.
or something, you know?
Well,
like, why take the
After
stairs?
you got it, dude, there's a little
I don't know how
elevator
many
down.
elevators we're going to find in the wilderness of Montana.
It's
but-
just like, hey, you don't know.
I want to make a
You
mod
don't-
for that.
You don't know what Mr. Seed's gonna do.
And they could throw us a curveball in the opening cutscene.
Salvation.
It's actually 100 years in the future. That would be some shit.
I'm gonna make a mod for it when it comes out, so that it has the rendering distance of the South Park game for N64, so it's all just mist. You don't know what's in front of you. I think that would be hilarious.
Yeah. Throw pea snowballs at people. Take that, Christians!
All the turkeys you fought in the beginning of that? Yeah. That was insane.
Yeah, there's just a lot of turkeys. When you get to the ice cave, oof.
I was so disappointed by Chef's Love Shack. I thought that was going to be not a trivia game.
It's not a great game.
No, it's not a good game at all.
So there's not a whole lot of news happening right now, considering, I mean, there are some leaks and there's been some news, but E3's going down in a couple weeks, and then we're going to have more to talk about than we even know what to do with. So I thought it might be fun to discuss what two things, because we're going to keep this brief, trying to keep our episodes a little more focused, so we don't want to...
That's hard for me.
Yeah, well, okay, not focused, but not overly long, so we're just going to go two each, so... What are things that you want to see the most this year? Let's keep it positive. If you're worried about something, feel free to interject that as well. But what are two things that you're most hyped for?
Kingdom Hearts 3, even though someone says it's not going to be out until 2020.
It's not going to come out. It's never going to come out.
Yeah, I mean,
I saw a little blurb. I don't know how real it is because the internet is the only truth. I know that for a fact because I only cite Wikipedia.
I wonder if they've said if that has any chance of being shown or not, or if they just have kept quiet.
It's possible. I mean, that's what they did. It wasn't last year, maybe like 2 years ago. They hadn't talked about it for years and years and years, and then they just kind of like came out with it. I feel like
they're like, hey, Kingdom Hearts 2.8, guys.
2.9,
Well, yeah,
2.9 and a half. We're
doing
going to
that,
remaster all of them.
2.9 Bard.
But I know,
God.
I know
Stop.
at a recent E3, there was really no talk of Kingdom Hearts 3, and then they released the trailer, and everyone went nuts over it.
And then they released a mobile game and it sucks.
Well,
It's not fun. Don't play it.
so Kingdom Hearts 3, that's maybe a bit of a pipe dream for but maybe not.
At least they have the first
It'll
part
come
of
out
it.
You never
someday.
know.
We did get The Last Guardian last year, so.
Yeah, and that's that did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I know they did release like the first part of Kingdom Hearts is like the little prologue where it's like, well, this is what the graphics could be like if we
Yeah.
finish the game. But you're gonna give it to you. You remember that game for the 3DS that like 40% of you bought? Yeah, we're gonna remake that one.
Yeah, sorta.
Yeah, I think so. Well, here you go. This is what you want. The secret boss is some guy from some Disney cartoon you probably didn't see because I didn't see, and he just crawls up out of a sewer and he's like a little diddler, and you're like, who are you? And he's just like, "Blah," and I'm like. It's like, I actually kind of scared me. I was like, I don't know, this is gonna work out.
You think Frozen's gonna be in there?
Oh, I hope not. Probably.
No, it probably will.
Probably
be.
will. I hope they put a
Why
Star
not?
Wars
Why
level.
wouldn't they?
That would be sick because Disney owns
Yeah.
all rights.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
the
know
reason
about
why it's
Star Wars.
taking so long.
Why do you think
because-
the game's gonna come with a microphone?
Let it go.
Let it go!
You'll have to. It'll be the Little Mermaid level again from
Yes.
from the
Yeah.
second one where you have to sing with it.
Did you actually have to sing?
No, you didn't have to
No.
sing.
Just like
They're bringing back Karaoke Revolution. I know how you guys have all wanted to.
We are merging with Kingdom Hearts.
No, that level was bad. I don't know. I don't like. It just was like it was very cringy. It was very like, okay, well, the kid you're playing as, so he's like 15. I don't know, going on 27 with here's his shirt off, and now you just gotta sing with Donald and Goofy.
It's
do
ringing a bell. That was in the first game.
That was in the second one. They had
Oh,
they had
well,
that
it's
level in the
not.
first game, and
Just
it was.
trying to imagine it.
Yeah, no. The second one, they're like, all right, it's gonna be a rhythm mini game, and it's like, all right, match circle square, and the timing, and little Ursula Mermaid is just like, bah, poopsies, my scorpion.
She said that?
Yeah, she said poopsies. He's like, my little poopsies.
I
And
think
you're
she
like,
said that
nah,
in the
bye.
movie, too.
And then you blow him up. I think that was the funniest part because that's the final battle with her is like a rhythm like dance off, whatever it is. And she's like, my little poopsies, and you're like, you just jump out of the water. You're like, think again, and he shoots like a beam out of his keyblade, and they just go, and that's the end of him.
Jeez.
And I was
God.
like, this is the goriest thing in this game, and it was
I
just.
need to go back and play this game. I actually got that game
I
for
know.
free very recently.
It's gonna be hard going back and playing it if you're not nostalgically attached to it.
Oh no, I played it a bunch, but it's been
I love it, but it's-
very long time.
It's very
Very
fun to
long
make
time.
fun of.
But I got a free copy of it, so like, why not?
We should play that. We should
Yeah.
definitely sit down and play Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They beat the crap
We got
out
a
of
lot
that.
on our list we're building
Yeah,
up,
I know,
guys.
we're
We
kinda-
gotta.
it's We need to slow down.
Keep shoving them in there. I'll go farther.
Yeah.
Everyone watching, all of you, if you could just like put down everything we put so we remember. Maybe make a list for us.
Do like Bob Ross did. I've been watching a lot of him to fall asleep, and he's like, "All right, we're gonna run all the colors across the screen now, as you can paint along with us today.
You got a little shit on the bush right there. That's fine. We're just gonna turn that into a screen.
Run all the games that we said we're gonna play across the screen right now, and then pick out how many we haven't played. All right, now we're gonna talk about this game, and that's how it's going.
Anthony, how about you? Something you want to see at E3. Could be broad.
Let's see. Ooh, Broad City Season
Broad
5
City.
at E3.
Well,
Actually, the first I heard of E3 actually coming up, and I feel like such a lame-o, was that you talking about it today, and I was like, oh, E3's coming up, but
It sneaks up on you.
It does.
my favorite part about E3 is
It's like Christmas. Like, you're like, whoa, again? Yeah.
I don't want anything. All I want for Christmas is you.
Stuff I can't have.
It's sick. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I look forward to E3. A couple of the YouTubers that I'm subscribed to are they get a couple passes and they go to E3 and they actually sit and interview. There's one, Pro Jared, who goes and he actually interviews like everyone, or he sits through like the press conference for like Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, and he sits there and he comes out with like half-hour, 45-minute like breakdown reviews of the whole conference, which I kind of like because I can't go. I don't have access to going there, so it's nice to like put him on, listen to him like while I'm making a sandwich or something, or drawing or whatever, and like hearing the breakdown of it. So I'm looking forward to that because that fills me in, and so I'm a little knowledgeable. But I guess games I'd like to see, I'm curious to see because I'm on the verge of buying a Switch because I can get a physical copy. I just found out today of I Am Setsuna for the Switch.
Oh, right.
And-
GameStop, yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
$389. You get it with
Bundle.
Mario Kart 8.
And I
The charging thing for the Joy-Con, like the separate charging thing,
Mhm.
and 2 wheels. 2 of the wheels where you can put the Joy-Cons
turning
in.
wheels.
And not I Am Setsuna.
No, I Am
okay.
Setsuna you have to order. If you want the physical copy of that, you have to shell out like $80 after shipping.
What?
Yeah, for
Is
physical.
it Japanese only?
No, it's English.
I just did it.
You just did it?
You did?
Oh
in
my
the car, you
God.
sneaky dog.
Gosh.
That's
You're so
did.
ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Stop buying
though.
video games
Buy
and
a
buy a
car.
car.
It's all on credit.
I can turn them into wheels.
Brandon, you bought the new Street Fighter Final Challengers, right?
Yeah.
So that was $40?
Nope.
What?
$31.99.
Okay, with Amazon Prime. $31.99. I just bought the same game minus Violent Ken and Violent whatever for PS3 for $2.50.
You're doing great.
Wait a minute, is that the only thing they added to it? Like the Switch game?
I'm sure there are a couple, like maybe a mode or two, but I think it's
Just
a
character.
remake of that.
Typical Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That's what they do all the
Yeah.
time.
But I like it.
I like it too, and did you bring it?
You haven't played it. How do you know if you like it?
Because I like Street Fighter.
Well, the game, the new one.
Did you bring it with you?
Well, no.
Oh, that's too bad.
I was going to, but I forgot because I had a meatball sub in my hand.
His hands were full to be.
And did you finish your thought about what you were gonna?
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about Switch, what you wanted to see.
Oh yeah, just the potential of it. This is potential. Just the potential of the system. I hope they're like, is like I said, I'm on the switch of buying the Switch. I'm gonna flip that Switch and then maybe shell out for it if it's got some good games lined up.
I feel the same way. Yeah, that was gonna be one of my answers, which is kind of the.
You can't have 2 answers.
Well,
Where do you think-
everybody can have 2 answers.
Actually, he said.
No, you have to say, I'm the host. I can do what I want. This is my show. I wrote the thing.
Exactly.
But I'm also excited for Square Enix to see if they're gonna what they're gonna release, because I know they have a new RPG they announced that's coming out that looks like I Am Setsuna a little bit.
Jesus RPG.
Jesus RPG. Look for it. But it's got the same feel over, kind of like Chrono Trigger look to it. It looks interesting. That looks cool. But just if they're gonna go with more third-person action kind of oriented games like they have, they're all on Hitman. They're Hitman publisher, Tomb Raider.
Well, they just
Deus
sold
Ex.
Iowa Interactive, they are for sale, the developer of the Hitman series.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Looks
so
like they didn't do too hot.
no, unfortunately not. I mean, they tend to have really high standards for the games they release. I mean, I remember.
That's a good thing.
I mean, no, like not quality, but just in terms of sales. Like things will
gotcha.
sell millions of copies, but to be like, well, that wasn't quite as
They're a
much
business
as we
too,
wanted.
so it's like
Yeah, I know, but I feel like sometimes they don't put
Care about
forth
their-
that second effort, because I mean, Hitman definitely had something special with that first season, and I don't think it did terribly. And
they did that with the season wise, like they were like Walking Dead. Did they do that? Like
Yeah,
Hitman
they did.
season. Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
Hitman Season 1, it had 5 maps, and I know you, like, in theory it doesn't sound so good, but what was cool about it was each map had so many different things to do in it, like, and you could accomplish your goal in so many different ways. I'm talking like dozens of ways, and they were you would unlock things like, now you can start over here with this weapon, now you have this outfit to begin with, try doing it with, you know, out killing anybody, try doing it with only sniper rifles. And they did it in a, like, and I'm not somebody that usually replays things like that, and I didn't play all 5 episodes. I played only the first 2, but I got a good several hours of entertainment out of each, even though I had completed both in like an hour or so.
How many maps were there per chapter? You said like 7,
No, one.
5?
One.
Oh, only one?
One,
Oh, wow.
but dude, they were gigantic.
Okay, and that's where the replayability I guess comes. It just reminds me of like what they did with Metal Gear Solid, like Ground Zeroes, when they released a full like a demo for a full retail price.
Bigger than that, like, you know, the map
Well,
of
that's
Ground Zero, like comparable, but probably even bigger on the whole, on average, I would say. So anyway, moving on to what Brandon wants to see at E3 this year. Brapton, sorry.
I would like to see Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Because Mario has yet to disappoint me. Last game.
Oh come
for
on,
the
I'm sure he's
Wii U,
disappointed you at some point.
Mario Bros 2 wasn't that great.
I mean, come on, think about like Mario Tennis 11 or
Those
something.
don't count.
Superstar Sports.
Sports games don't count.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying for years.
But no, I'm really, really excited to see what they're doing with it. I mean, from the trailer, it looks like they're going back sort of to the Mario 64 style of just like,
That would be awesome.
except you're in a big old city, just jumping around.
New Donk City is what it's called.
What is it called?
New Donk City.
New Donk City?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh god. Donk. Doink.
All right. Sounds
So I guess
dangerous.
this is the first time Donkey Kong has made an appearance in a mainline Mario game.
I'm calling it
in-
now. They're
in
going to do a
long
King
time.
Kong reference.
Wow.
All right.
They're going
Well,
to do
see
an
how that
Empire State
goes.
Building.
yeah,
Donkey Kong's going to do
I'm
it.
excited. I mean, it looks amazing from what I've seen, and just like going to the other world, you know, you're just in the big city doing, you know, making your run in the big city.
Blue Beetle in the city.
Leaving your tiny town of Mario Land and just going to make a run for it. And and then there's just random giant ships floating around that you can hop on and explore other worlds. I don't know what the story's gonna be like.
His hat has eyes. That's the whole story.
The gameplay looks fun, and you
It's
can
Mario.
Yeah, your hat. You can like throw it and jump on it and use it to jump further.
That's pretty
That's-
cool.
That's
Huh.
I
What a
tried
cat.
that, broke my ankle.
That's off to Nintendo innovation at its hattest.
Screw you, lids.
Does the hat come back to you after you jump on it?
Oh
Or-
yeah.
It's
Of
not.
course.
It's like a boomerang boy.
It's not like when you're in the desert and the bird comes out and steals your hat. And,
Yeah, I
He's
know.
like,
Ah!
thanks.
They used to scare me when I was little. I was like, don't do it.
Oh
I want my
God,
hat.
I know.
Mario
awesome.
scared you. That's why we can't play Dead Space. with
Everything
you.
scares me. I was afraid of a mouse when I was in preschool. I didn't want to use a computer mouse because I thought it was going to eat my hand.
That's why you like. That's why you like RPGs so much, because they're very slow. Nothing's gonna spook up on you.
Yeah, exactly. I love them.
We're just
That's
having
a
a
boy.
conversation here. There's nothing bad that's just gonna pop out of there.
Oh my God, a
You never
dragon!
know, man.
And if it does, you have to at least click A to continue to see what it is. It's like, ah! Alright.
Little Resident Evil when you knew it was going to pop out of the background because the sprite was just so like, oh, what's that? It's just like a Scooby-Doo background in one of the cartoons where it's just like, oh, it's a nice oil-painted background, but then you see the little, like, sketched in, like, what's back there? What's going to move?
That's another SNES game I got, Scooby-Doo.
I wonder what that's
Did
going to be.
Yeah.
He got
Nice.
the prequel to Space Jam, too.
Yeah.
What?
Looney Tune B-Ball.
No way.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
So, pre-Space Jam, that we gotta play.
So he
Yeah.
got the skills.
When that like laid the groundwork for
Yeah.
the best movie ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's going to skyrocket when Space Jam 2 comes out.
Won
Hold on to that
4,000 Academy Awards.
I still can remember walking into the theater of Space Jam 2 because I just remember there was the giant cardboard poster sitting outside. I was so stoked to see it. I just
pupper. Michael Jordan just like, yeah, he's hanging
I
out
just, you know.
with Bugs Bunny, just like,
They still hang. They're good.
they're still homies. They're good. He's helping him with the allegations.
But yeah, that is the game I am excited for.
Yeah, same here. At least it's up there. My number one thing that I want to see as a big Dark Souls Bloodborne fan is the announcement of Bloodborne 2. There's been a lot of rumors circulating. A couple of logos have been released. We don't know if they're real or not. One I think was disproven, but there's a newer one which I think still might be legit.
What's that vampire one you showed me a couple weeks ago where it's like, it's that vampire? Is that a sequel?
It's
to Bloodborne?
there's a vampire
Yeah.
action RPG that's
Oh,
also
yes.
being published by Bandai Namco.
Yep.
But it's not being developed by From Software, which is
The trailer for it looked pretty
What's-
cool.
Castlevania's coming out on Netflix.
that's true.
That's true.
What?
And,
Really?
wait, the Castlevania anime or like they're making a real show?
It's not. What is it?
I think it's
I
the
think it's an
anime.
anime.
Yeah.
Is it a new? It's a new anime though,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, and Netflix probably just bought the rights to it because that's what they did with the Seven Deadly Sins. It's like, it's still out there, but Netflix, I think, bought the dub rights to it or whatever, and they're like, it's only on Netflix.
That's pretty
All right,
cool.
but anyway,
Yeah.
Bloodborne.
Anyway, Bloodborne 2, first Bloodborne, still probably my favorite PlayStation 4 game. It's just a masterpiece. And From Software has said that they're working on 3 games right now, and one of them is in line with what fans have come to expect from us. So a lot of people took that
Anger.
as, well, it's got to be Bloodborne 2 because they say they're done with the Dark Souls series for now. So, yeah, just fingers crossed for that. Apparently, they're also bringing back Armored Core, which was
Oh,
their,
really?
Yeah.
Cool. I looked into that. I've always been interested by like those games. I love giant mech stuff, but I've never played an Armored Core.
Yes, neither have I. I haven't played any From games besides the Soulsborne games.
You're right.
should
That
go
is
back
from.
and do
I,
that.
I was watching a trailer for like Armored Core for Answer because I was like, oh, I want to do a mech game, and I bought the Gundam game instead. But it was like From Software Flash in the beginning, and I was like, oh wow.
Yeah, so
Really
I think
good
that Bloodborne 2 has just garnered such a huge fan base that is pretty much akin to the size and scope of the Dark Souls fan base.
Fanboy, you admitted it.
That's okay.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's okay. I just
So,
sat on my balls.
I
so
can't
I'd
think
rather
of
be a
one
fanboy.
game besides, maybe Half-Life 3 or some other mythical game that we'll probably never see that would like bring the house down more than a Bloodborne 2 announcement at this point. I think maybe I can't think of one. Can you guys think of?
I didn't know E3 was happening, so you got me.
I haven't even played Bloodborne, and I'm excited to see it.
Okay, well,
I want to play that.
I
You need
want to
to
play that.
Get
game
mad and
so
upset
bad.
Yeah.
and throw things.
yeah,
I mean, they've already done a whole bunch about Destiny 2. They could have held off.
that's true. I mean, but
Maybe
we
they got
knew that
another
was
thing.
coming. But we knew
Yeah.
that was coming. So this is like, they've still got it under wraps.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think that could be huge,
So you can just tell me all
especially
your info.
like if that leads off the Sony press conference, then
Another game
It's
that
a
looks
wrap.
really good. I don't know if you guys have watched the trailer. Xenoblade 2
Yeah,
looks pretty.
Oh,
is
yeah.
that a Xenoblade Chronicles?
Yeah.
Okay.
the sequel. I haven't seen the new trailer you were talking about. I saw the first one they announced it, and it looks interesting. but-
Beautiful.
And it's gonna be
Oh.
Switch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I played the first,
That'd
or
be cool.
that one for the 3DS. I played actually when I took my trip to New York to go to Toy Fair for work,
Mhm.
and it was pretty cool. It was very like the difficulty was really weird because it was like MMO-esque, but like single player RPG.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool though. I liked it. It was really cool to also have it in my hand and be like, whoa, it's like I could have played this on the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
But it's stupid that one mechanic. I fought this one boss in the beginning where it's the guy with the face, where you have to have like you have to do the team attack to even get a chance to damage him. And it literally, no joke, I did not know how to do that because I must have either skipped over it or like just been like, oh, how do I just do the team thing? And I was like, probably at least took a whole train ride home because I was like, maybe I can just. I was like, I just need to build this combo meter. And I'm sitting on the train, rocking back and forth, like, why can't I figure this out? And then I think I
Die!
looked up pooping the next day. And then I was like, well, no, I just don't want to play this anymore. I'm going to put this down for a little bit.
Nice.
How it goes.
So yeah, E3 in a couple weeks.
E3 in a couple
We're
weeks.
gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just one more thing. I think we can move on to the topic after, unless you guys had anything else that you
No.
had a
Nah, I pretty much
burning
got it
yearning
all
to
out.
say. Okay, but we are going to learn a lot more about Project Scorpio.
Oh yes.
What's that?
Yes.
New console?
It's the next
That's the new
Xbox.
Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So you going to have a
so
scorpion tail?
it's got
Oh.
6 big old teraflops
It's
in there.
going to be 1.5 times more powerful than the
PS4 Pro.
PlayStation 4 Pro.
That's what they say anyway.
They don't lie.
It's going to have a big scorpion tail so
They
you can't
do.
touch it. It'll be like, no, security.
Yeah,
Xbox does lie. Look what happened with the Xbox One.
What about it?
They
Go,
lied
man.
about everything when they were talking about releasing it.
Well,
At
they
least they're
definitely. You mean how they started off saying we're an all-in-one entertainment machine that has.
Remember
You
when
know,
Sony
TV.
was like, "Oh, we have money." No, you don't. You bankrupt pieces of shit.
Remember when Dreamcast let
I
you go
can't-
online?
I don't know what you're
It's the same
talking about.
thing.
They what? They were so close to being bankrupt.
Oh well,
Like
Okay.
so close.
I know they definitely hit a rough patch back in the
It's because they didn't come
early
out with
PS3
games
days.
for a while.
Giant crab monster.
But I see you wrote down a little note on the outline here, Anthony. You wanted to talk about Sonic Mania.
Oh yeah, that I saw the release trailer yesterday and it was
there's a
adorable. It was
trailer?
awesome. Yeah, I actually listened to what's the? I think it's like Super Potion is the band or something along those lines. Forgive me if I'm quoting it wrong, but they did the song because I watched the trailer and it was like animated, like you know, Sonic CD opens up with that animation. The same studio. I think it's the same studio that did that, but it's the same look of like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. You just like running around, and then it goes from that with a nice little like interlude of gameplay, like classic, good old classic Sonic, like
So this is
2D side
what
scrolling.
the developer of Sonic Mania.
The Sonic Mania. Yep, this is Sonic Mania. So they did that. I'm not sure if they animated it. They probably got the original studio to do it, but the trailer was the animation mixed with gameplay. So it was like 2D side scrolling, switching up from like Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. And Knuckles can punch now, which is cool, rather than just like flying.
Mm-hmm.
But he can still
That's
fly
good.
and
That
stuff.
makes sense.
That was pretty neat to see. And the music was awesome. The trailer was great. It got me really excited for it.
So this is a 2D Sonic in the vein of the Genesis games.
Mhm.
How are they upgrading it, if at all?
It looks like a lot shinier, a lot more like fleshed out with the color. Their colors are a lot brighter. It's poppier. I've heard a rumor that it's the people who work on like Sonic mods are making this, or it's another studio that is like the ones that are producing it,
Yeah.
and they want to throw back to like making original Sonic, like
Mhm.
making Sonic good again. And I'm very, very excited to see how that works out.
Yeah, same here.
Hopefully, it brings it back to like good old Sonic. It's not Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like that was. I had that for PC. When like I didn't even know it was on PC when I
I
was.
didn't either.
And I played it. I was really bad at it because I'm bad at keyboards, but it was really cool. I bought it at BJ's. My mom bought it for me.
Yeah, my history with Sonic is I played it at friends' houses as a kid. Never got too far. I
Same.
think I had one or two of them on the Game Boy Advance, maybe.
Yeah,
Is
there's
that right?
Sonic. There's 3 of them on the Advance.
Yeah, and then I got the Sonic Ultimate Genesis Collection for PS3 a few years ago,
Nice.
and I think I got through most of 2. I think I gave up patience because like you can't even save if I recall.
Sonic 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just got to go straight. They did like Xbox Live and PS4 digital downloads where you could save,
Oh,
or
did
just
they?
kind of like save
The
stated it.
PS2 collection you can save.
Oh, can
Really?
you?
Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Oh well.
I'm pretty sure you can.
I think now that I think about it, I think maybe you could. I just maybe was.
I know the final boss. They I thought it was a glitch. Turned out a glitch, but like I wasn't just that good at it. When you start off, like you go into the Death Egg. I think if you don't have all the emeralds, I don't think it matters either way. But you go in the Death Egg where the final guy is, and you start off with no rings, so you have to beat Robotnik, and then you have to go fight Metal Sonic, and then you have to fight the Death Egg one more time with no rings.
Spoilers.
So yes, but yeah, careful, spoiling it. Doctor Robotnik is the bad guy.
Yeah, like when Sonic is hitting, it hits really hard. Like it feels really good too when you've got that momentum and you're flying through the level and you're like, hell yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Mhm. It's like part that, part platforming.
That's how you.
It's
That's how you
like,
do it.
Yeah.
But then you
And then you come down from
inevitably
snorting all
run
that
into
coke,
a
and you're
wall.
like, oh god.
Exactly,
What
and
a
then
day.
you feel like
Face.
heavy and floaty, and you end up
Underwater.
getting hit or underwater. You lose all your 68 rings, and you try to get 1 or 2 of them, so you don't get one shot again.
Mm-hmm.
And the platforming is, not nearly as responsive or intuitive as Mario was, and I
Yeah,
think
they're like,
that-
here, sit. Here's this
like-
wall.
But I do think that if they are able to refine those aspects of it and bring back the speed that made those games what they were,
It looks like it's gonna too, so I'm very.
it's seeming like it's maybe gonna
See, man.
make Sonic good again.
And on
at
the flip
least.
side of that, they're
Make
releasing
Sonic great again.
or not what we say
Sonic
yet. There's that Sonic. What is it? It's not. I want to say Heroes, but that's bad. Sonic Forces. Yeah, Sonic Forces is the one they announced like as a sequel to Sonic Generations, where it's like play as modern Sonic, play as classic Sonic. And this is
Right,
what threw me for a
right.
loop. Is it's just like
Is that
no,
out?
No, not yet. But
no?
they're like play as your own character in the Sonic universe. You can make a bunny or a rabbit or like, I don't know, like something on DeviantArt.
or
You
a
could
giant cat that fishes.
yeah, I hope so. But did you know John St. John voiced Big the Cat in Sonic Adventure? He's the same guy that voices Duke Nukem.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
like,
who's that?
Froggy.
That's funny.
He's just a big autistic cat, and it was a very switched up role. But yeah, that's gonna be funny to see like what it kind of pans out, because it's like I saw a little bit of the gameplay in the newest trailer where it's like, oh, they're like creating a character, and then it's Shadow the Hedgehog, the game. If it's like Sonic with
From
guns.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, like Sonic, like they came out with
Like,
their
yeah,
own
the
Shadow the
Shadow
Hedgehog,
game.
where it's like you can have a gun but also play Sonic, and I'm like, this is weird. What?
I don't need no gun.
No, he just jumps and runs, and now they're like, all right,
Sonic goes to Harlem.
But that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I don't think it's gonna be good. I hope it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if Sonic Mania turns out good, then maybe they'll
Fingies crossed.
get some influence from him.
Yeah, it'd be a bad guy.
All right, that's going to wrap up the cruising for a newsing portion of the show. We've got
Why I oughta. One of these days, news. One of these days.
an exciting experiment that we're going to try right after this, I believe. Anthony, you want to talk about that at all, or do you want to just say
Oh,
it, or-
yeah.
Arm wrestling.
Yeah, what do you say about that? Stay tuned for something coming up in the future, a little side project we're doing. I want it to be a little
Alright.
bit more loose form, not as gaming focused. Well, I'll leave that up to you if you want to check it out or not. I'm gonna leave it a little mysterious. We'll see what happens. So,
Can you give us a hint at what it might be called?
this is a big moment.
Needs help
It's-
for this
it's-
one.
Me and Anthony many years ago.
When a
not
mom and
many
a
years
dad
ago,
love each other.
Many months ago, before we joined this group, which we still know and love.
They're adopted.
Yeah,
It's-
we are. We're not as loved as much as Jeremy and Jocelyn. They're upstairs.
Shut up, that's
We
here.
had an idea for a podcast about a bunch of other random things, not really so much centered around video games, just mostly around being a goofball, hanging out, drinking with friends,
Saying what you
talking about
feel.
whatever's going on in your life, and yeah. So look out for that. It's called Creepy Podcast.
Creepy Basement.
Creepy Podcast Basement.
In that order. Creepy
Dot-
Basement
dot com.
Podcast Basement. I gotta okay. There,
Well,
No, it's
Creepy
Creepy
Basement.
Basement.
Look out for it.
Look out for it.
As
All
we
right.
know, whoa,
Holy
There was
shit.
thunder. Like,
Wow.
God's
That was
bowling.
that was loud thunder.
That
It was
was
just
loud.
nice outside
Or
when we
ISIS.
started this podcast. We have
ISIS.
angered the gods. All right.
Gorb's
That's
gonna
been
come down.
episode 4 of the Level With You show. Thank you for joining us this week.
Big bow.
Thank you to
Wiley, get over here. Put your hand in.
what do we
We're gonna give us, a good old stage.
Solomon.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Don't hit your head on the
We'll see you
microphone.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Stay tuned for Creepy Basement.
No hands.
Bye.